Hey, what's up? I'm Ara, aka I Eat Zebra, and welcome back to the channel. The 2022 Met Gala was hosted on Monday, May 2nd at the Metropolitan Museum in New York City, which is an annual event that's held to raise funds and awareness to the Costume Institute at the Metropolitan Museum, aka the Met. If you are ever in New York City, I highly recommend visiting the museum. As an FYI, admission is free. So definitely check it out if you can. I went a few years ago and absolutely loved it. The Met Gala is known as one of the biggest nights in fashion as people come together to celebrate the newest installment at the museum. This year's theme was a part 2 of the previous event from September 2021, and the theme was Met Gala America, an Anthology of Fashion and in the Gilded Age. The Gilded Age was roughly between 1870 and 1900 in America, and it coincided with the Victorian era in Europe. HBO has a new series that debuted this year titled The Gilded Age by Julian Fellowes, the showrunner of Downton Abbey. I love this show, and it has only one season, so check it out if you can. In my obsession of the show, I became enamored by the ornate costumes, especially those worn by Carrie Coon's character, Bertha Russell. So my expectations were really high this year. Let's just say, spoiler alert, I was not that impressed. The vast majority of the attendees did not understand the assignment, which seems to be a trend in the past few years. However, there were some I believe absolutely nailed it. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10 looks from the 2022 Met Gala. At number 10, Rosalia in Givenchy. The silhouette of this gown is giving 1890s, which is accurate for the time period. I love the beading. It's tailored exquisitely and is one of my favorite gowns of the evening. The only reason, and literally the only reason I had this ranked so low is the damn sunglasses. If she wasn't wearing the sunglasses in almost every photo, I would have this higher on my list. But since it is clearly a part of the look, I have to put it here. Number 10. Just kidding. We just did number 10. Number 9, Cardi B in Versace. So this is not Gilded Age at all in the slightest. However, it is Gilded Glamour in the sense of the gold and how ostentatious the gown itself is. Cardi looks absolutely stunning and like a walking trophy. Number 8, Genesis Suero and Lucia Rodriguez. The fact Genesis is a reporter and wasn't technically on the guest list, and the fact she still outdid majority of the guests speaks volumes to me. She came dressed to impress and looks absolutely stunning in this gown. I hope she gave some notes during her interviews on how you should arrive to the Met Gala. Number 7, Hamish Bowles in Ralph Lauren. I will say, I hate to admit this, but the men outdid a lot of the women in regards to being on theme this year, which to be fair, should be fairly simple for them to execute since most of the men dress like this every year. However, I love the cane and the headpiece he chose to wear. I will say he's the only man I put in my top 10, but looking back at it, there should be more. Let me know if I should make a follow-up video focusing predominantly on the menswear for the night. Number 6, Laura Harrier in Glamour and times H&M. So this isn't necessarily accurate regarding the theme, but it's at least within the same century, so I give it a slide. The brocade on this gown is luxurious. I love her hair choice as well. Again, not really period accurate, but she looks wonderful. She's radiant and the gown is giving everything it needs to give. Number 5, Julia Carey in, I have no idea who she is wearing. I keep trying to find out who the designer is. However, it just does not seem to be reported anywhere. I've also tried cropping her husband, James Corden, out of the photos because I really don't care for his look, but that's besides the point. She, on the other hand, looks phenomenal. The green velvet with the high collar is giving very much Victorian realness, which is a contemporary look for the Gilded Age. If you know who she is wearing, please leave it in the comments so I can properly credit the designer because they deserve it. Number 4, Normani and Christian Siriano. The sleeves, the hat, the skirt, The velvet, my girl really delivered on a modern take on Gilded Age glamour. She is an absolute vision of beauty, and her abs really make me wish I didn't eat so many cookies while I was writing this video. Anyways, number 3, Nicola Coughlan and Richard Quinn. I don't watch Bridgerton, and I will say this now. The Regency era in which that show is set in takes place a good 70 years before the Gilded Age. So why publications and people keep bringing it up in their reviews baffles me, but I digress. Nicola, though, absolutely killed this look. The silhouette and the feathers are very on theme. As you could see, the gown they were inspired by when creating this modern take on the Gilded Glamour. She's by far one of the best dressed people from the event, which is why she is so high on my list. Number 2, Billie Eilish and Gucci. I will say when it comes to actual accuracy with the theme, Billie is the top contender. I'm not a dress historian, but the few dress historians I do follow on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all seem to be in agreement that she understood the assignment the best. Everything about this looks like Gilded Age, old money, New York glamour with like a modern twist. I honestly debated between this and my top choice a lot. I mean, like a lot. Billie has delivered the past 2 Met Galas in a row and is definitely someone to watch in the future. Before I reveal who my number 1 pick is, which is probably obvious at this point, I did want to make a few honorable mentions. Hugh Jackman, J Balvin, Anita, Alicia Keys, Madeline Petch, and Sarah Jessica Parker, who I will admit was very close to cracking my top 10 if I left Hamish off my list. She was the only person with a bird-like headpiece, which was super popular during the period, and I expected to see more of that. However, we did see a lot of feathers on people's gowns, so I think that's kind of what they did with it instead. But moving on to number 1, Rihanna as a marble statue. Okay, just kidding. That was pretty baller though. But no, it's Blake Lively in Versace. The main reason she beat out Billie was wow factor, a true Met Gala moment. The 2-part dress reveal as an homage to the Statue of Liberty really took the cake for me. The bustle in the original look, the gloves, the tiara is definitely giving some modern Gilded Age glamour. Was she the most historically accurate? No, that was definitely Billie. But was she still doing a modern take on the theme? Absolutely. As the co-chair to this year's gala, she arrived early, and honestly, everyone after her just looked really boring in comparison. It's evoking Rihanna's Guaupe gown from the China Through the Looking Glass. No, they are not the same. I don't think anything's topping that moment, let's be honest. But besides the point, it was the moment of the night. And where that unveiling it was absolutely stunning to watch, and I think she looked absolutely radiant the entire evening. Well, that about rounds out my list of the top 10 Met Gala looks from this year. Let me know what your top 10 list is, and if there's anyone I should have included. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for future uploads. See you next time. Bye!